you know? Make sure you understand where you've entered, what's the focus of the space that you've joined, right? So shout out to Michael Sindler with the hair. I'm sure we're gonna hear from him later. Yeah, I had to say it. I had to say it. Beanie blessings, Elizabeth. Greetings to you. Ike Waltz, I see you. I'm looking forward to the storytelling that you fill this room with every week, in and out. Baba Ngoma, I see you, my brother. Greetings. I see okay, we getting fancy in the background. You know what I'm saying? We got the whole Aurora Borealis back there. You making me bust out the big words and everything. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's the Tezazomo, our brother. Greetings to you. I wonder if we're going to get some episodes, time tacos. We're going to get some singing. Who knows? Who knows, right? Greetings to you, Celeste Ramos. Greetings. So glad to have you in this space with us. Adam Granger. We see you. Samuel Rain. Adria Quinones and Angelina Lambros, and of course, Finn Bell, as the rest of our folks kind of find us. We give each other just a little time to come in, and we invite you to greet each other in the chat, right? Throw your love into the atmosphere. It's a whole lot of need for it around here, so please do. Please do know that you are welcome. Oh, and by the way, I'm your host for the evening. It's Ray Jane. That's ITSRAYJANE. And if you didn't know where you landed, this is the Thursday night online open mic, also known as Thunderlung Thursdays, also known as Guitar Thursdays. You see, Mr. Tezazomo got the guitar up in the screen, and I know Adam got it down there for, yep, there go the frets. There go the frets. Y'all better get fret, all right? Okay, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. Make sure y'all have your original sound on. That's the plug, so we can make sure that we hear you in stereo, okay? Because that's how we do that thing, okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to jump in, and we'll mute some folks a little bit later because we're going to let some more people get up in here before we talk to you. So, as always, there's only one request as we start the show. Just give me a thumbs up. Let me know you can see the screen, so I'm just talking to myself over here, because Zoomverse be on some different stuff sometimes. You know what I mean? I see y'all thumbsing up. Y'all thumbsing up real early. I ain't even share screen yet. Y'all too good. Y'all too good. Let me share the screen first, okay? All right, cool. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, everybody can see? Yeah, all right, good. We're going to get fancy now. We're going to get into presentation mode and take over the entirety of your screen if you allow. If you got other things going on, go on and hit the escape, but keep us somewhere on the screen. That's all we ask, okay? All right. As we mentioned, this is the Thursday night online open mic presented to you by the New Eureka Poets Cafe, and I'm your host for the evening at It's Ray Jane. That's ITSRAYJANE. All right, we got a lot to get to this evening, and some major things to discuss, some things to keep going with. We got a lot of love to give to one another, and we just want to keep reminding you of where you're at, okay? So if you need anybody to follow, you need some folks to connect with, we got a lot of ats on the page there. Pick and choose. You could throw a rock and you're going to hit something good, okay? So certainly you see my brother Elemental the Poet, also known as the Monday Night Online Open Mic host, Paul Conqueso, who is also the host of karaoke, all right, for this evening, this Saturday, and Ron Mark Thompson, who is always holding us down in the background, making sure that we are truly safe in this community, all right, and definitely holding us down on the tech side, because sometimes things get crazy. Sometimes sometimes all the bills ain't paid, is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Not days, sometimes it's mine, But just in case you also didn't know where you was at, okay, we're going to resume share, because of course I got my phone plugged in and it's doing all kind of crazy things. All right, hold on one second. See what didn't I just say? Zoom be going crazy. All right, can y'all still see? Y'all good? All right, cool. It was just me. See, I told y'all it was me, right? So anyway, you are here for poetry, music, and comedy, right? That's what we're here for, just in case anybody was wondering. Each person that is going to be up tonight is going to have 3 minutes to perform, and we ask you to please try to keep it to 3 minutes because we really do want to see that we are able to get as many people as possible sharing their gifts, right? And those folks usually consist of what I just dropped into the chat. That's the 20 guaranteed list. That's the people that signed up 24 hours ahead of time. We're going to get into that for next week. And then for those of you who didn't know about that, didn't get to that, 9 o'clock came and went. Maybe you were sleeping, I don't know, snacking, I don't know, right? But you still want to spit tonight. We still have something called a good luck round. That is some space for usually 3 to 5 extra folks to get their chance to share. Okay, so what do? You give me a private message, that's a Zoom DM, if you will, to get on the good luck round. Okay, so we're going to get into, well, what if I don't want to be on the good luck round? What if next week I want to be on the guaranteed list, right? So if you want to get fancy with it, what you're going to do is sign up 24 hours ahead of time. So you're going to go to the neweureka.org full events calendar, Thursday night, 9 p.m. of choice, and artists RSVP, okay? That's how we're going to do that, right? There's only one rule up in here. Don't get cute and get the boot. We are all very emotive people, right? That's why we're here, sharing our emotions and words and sound. We all have strong opinions. Some of us share them openly, some of us don't, right? All we ask is that you give grace and you present yourself as best as possible, right? Respectfully. That's the way that we mean, just in case you ain't know what as best as possible means. Respectfully. So we will have no space up in here for hate speech, right? No offensive whatever, okay? Because it's not about you, just like it's not about me. It's about everybody as a collective in this space, right? So that also tasks you, just like it tasks me, to take care of the safety of this space. And we can only do that if everybody is paying attention. So if you see or hear something that you don't like, you let us know and we will get rid of it. And not everybody's gonna like that. And that's okay, right? Sometimes the truth and what's right is very hard to accept. But just like that boot you see on the screen is still very real, okay? So please, please, let myself, Ron, Elemental know if you see or hear something that offends you so that we can address it properly, all right? This is a free space, right? So shout out to our sponsors, the National Endowment for the Arts, New York State Council on the Arts, New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, New York Community Trust, right? If you want to be one of those who donates, neweureka.org/contribute, Cash App, $ New Eurekan Poets Cafe, all right? The doors are closing soon, right? There's going to be a lot of changes. We need a lot of help. We need a lot of help. But you know who don't need no help? The folk on this list, okay? So check it out. It's getting down. We getting down. Look at it. The list is bursting at the seams. If you don't see yourself on the list and you want to see yourself on the screen, please hit me with a Zoom DM. Let me know that you want to get up there and we will make space for you if we have space, okay? Remember, technically in the Zoom sphere, shit happens, right? We just saw that a little bit earlier. My Zoom was acting crazy, right? But we get it back together. Hop back off, hop back on. Let us know if anything happens so we can get to the entirety of your piece. If you are presenting original music with instruments, please make sure your original sound is on. I will stop you if you sounding crazy, not because I want to interrupt your flow, but because I want your flow to be its best, right? And can't let you be loud and wrong. That ain't right, okay? All right, so we gonna move along, okay? This place is for love. Again, I'm gonna remind y'all because, sometimes it don't stick. So, this place is for love. Okay, we got a lot of stuff going on, and I want to take a second to address some things. Okay, I will not be hosting the hybrid event this Saturday. It is associated now with too much pain for me, and that is all, right? That's all I'm gonna say about it. If you have any questions about what's going on, you can direct those questions to the New Eureka Management, okay? And I'm gonna let my brother Elemental also unmute himself and say his piece, because we're gonna move on after that, right? Because that's not why we're here. We're here for the poetry and for the folks that donated their time to this space to share the contents of their heart. But we're gonna handle our business first. Go ahead.
Thank you, Ray. In solidarity, with the Queen, and because our hearts are extremely heavy with this, I won't be hosting the online version of the hybrid show. But I implore any of you and all of you, if you have the opportunity to go to the New Eurekan Poets Cafe at some point, please do that. As Ray said, the doors are closing. They will close for a while. Go there, put your hands on the bricks, feel the energy of the founders, please. Right? It's just a lot in this, right? I hear the community. I represent you. I heard you. If you have a chance to go and put your hands on the bricks, please do it. Right. Let's get it.
Let's get it. All right. Y'all stay tuned. Ron will let you know more about what's happening, what to expect for those folks who did buy their tickets. We haven't forgotten you, right? And I want you over, oh, what the hell? Where I'm gonna get my money back? Okay, just sit tight, all right? But we're gonna get back to what we actually are here for, which is the poetry. I know a lot of things are distracting, right? But that's what we're actually here for, is each other and to make space for each other's poetry, right? Because that's why I'm here. And if you don't know that about me after 3 years, man, you ain't paying attention, baby. All right, but I ain't got no problem reminding you. All right. In the interim, we gonna get into this list. Okay. So first up, right? Always clearing out the energy, bringing in that good energy, that deadpan energy, right? That books on books energy. Okay. Deadpan Lizzie, please unmute yourself and welcome back, my dear.
Thank you so much, Ray. Beanie blessings to you, ERMT, and our beloved community, which is our family here. ElizabethSophiaStrauss.com. I'm going to give you guys a little treat. Ray is always calling me books because I've been very blessed to have been published a lot. So I am going to read the first poem I ever wrote from 2015, which also happens to be my book, Inner Visions. So this is called Bloody Masada, or Franny's poem from my also play Later Alligator. I hear them coming. Their steps like a pack of wild elephants chasing us down. The sounds grew closer and I am stuck. My only hope is to climb her. She has stood tall since birth. She is my only chance at survival. Run, run, run. One swift move of my sword scaling her. I see only the color of my people red. I wear their color on my body. I am a canvas of ideas, bravery, and anger. I charge my way up, ideas dying in front of me. Their souls slowly feed into mine. I get closer and closer and closer. I feel the sharpness of her every step up. Now my colors lay upon her. I see it as close as heaven. I'm here. My colors may lay upon her, but I did not let them win. I lay it here to rest forever. And I wrote that back in 2015. It's about Mount Masada in Israel. Thank you so much. Being blessings.
Yeah, see, is what I'm talking about. This is why, anytime we see the deadpan is starting us off, we like, it's all good. We got it. The show it's going to start like it's supposed to. Thank you for always sharing, right? And pushing everyone else to do a little bit more, to try a little bit something different. Please unmute yourselves and give Lizzie some love for that.
Yeah, that was once again a great start. Nobody opens up this place like you do.
Oh, thank you so much, Mike.
Absolutely, Michael Sindler. I mean, sets it off the way that only deadpan can. Appreciate you, Lizzie.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, everyone.
Beautiful. You are so welcome. All right. We're going to jump across the United States real quick, right, to our brother Bill Elkins. Was he in the room? He was. I think he jumped out. He jumped out. All right. That's okay. That's all right. Listen, sometimes the call of the snack is very strong. Okay. So we let folks go do their thing. He might jump in a little later. If he does, we'll make space for him because his space remains, okay? That just means we get to fellowship with our brother Michael Sindler and hear about those other places where we can also find ourselves safe and creative. All right, please unmute yourself and do your thing.
Yes, you know what space I'm talking about. It is lighthousewriters.org. My favorite space, sort of center of my universe in a lot of ways. Just so many creative, wonderful facilitators and instructors and community. Highly recommend just taking a look and checking it out, see if there's something that might strike you. Sorry, Bill didn't get in front of me. It's a tough thing to do. But I'm just going to go ahead and go on. I just wrote this one. You know me, I don't ever do this, but this one I just finished. It's called Of Which We Weave. To be still in space is to be lost in the past. All aspects of universe spiral out, drawing light into line, drawing the making, each spin of matter pulling in balance in endless flight. Nothing fades that is not remade from same stuff of which we weave dreams that trail behind to show the path. And so that's where I'm at today. And I was just looking through, and this is just one I don't think I wrote, and I don't think I ever read here. So I said, okay, why not? It's called Crickets. So easy to forget how easy it can be to remember. So easy to let down the guard, so easy to surrender. When the white flag is long folded and the field is fallow. So hard to take a breath, sucking in nostalgia, breathing out remorse into neither crash test dummy nor bystander, hearing crickets chirp to cheer disaster. Picking up and leaving off, decisions made without consultation, negotiations stalled, never to resume. So typical to trip on well-worn tread, so typical to lay in bed to let the cricket song play on. And I'm just going to do one more for the hell of it. I was actually looking for stuff to do right after this for Finn Bell's thing coming up and with her theme. And I just found this, and it's a golden shovel called False Alchemist. And the quote it's taken from is by Wittgenstein. Philosophy is a byproduct of misunderstanding language. And for those who don't understand what a golden shovel is, every word of that is the last word in a line. So your dreary dreams of philosophy are not all the glimmer that there is between heaven and earth, though a false alchemist's golden byproduct plays fools, then vanishes. And so of all the means of misunderstanding worth, the least valuable is language. Okay, thank you all very much.
Woo! That's a whole lesson right there. Come on, so many great lines in that. Crickets chirp to cheer disaster. Sounds familiar. Please unmute yourselves and give Michael Sandler some love.
Woo!
Always so good, Mike. Love to hear your work.
Come on, Michael Sandler. You know we love hearing your work, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Three greats as usual. As usual. Make sure y'all follow him and go check out lighthousewriters.org. There we go. Thank you for putting it back up. Like we always say up in here, we are not selfish. We love you and we truly believe in you. So we want you everywhere, right? Everywhere that they can hear you, you ought to be. All right. Next person up, speaking of wanting to be wherever he is, I don't see Eddie Foreman in here, but that's all right. We gonna see if he comes on back to us too. That's all right. You know, he's probably somewhere else burning it up as usual. As we call him the fireman. All right, that means we get to jump over to Mr. Tezazomoke. Okay, and we get to see if we are going to get another chapter of the tacos? Or are we going to get Guitar Thursdays? Mr. Tezazomoke, are you with us? I see you there. Here we go. I wonder if he went to go take a snack break too. We gonna see. When he gets back, we will get to him as well. That's okay. Let me see. I don't think he's with us. I see his Zoom box here, but I don't see him in there. There are some serious holes in this list, but that just means more space on the good luck round. I agree with that, right? So if you don't see yourself on that list, that just means we got space for you elsewhere, okay? So Celeste Ramos, are you ready by chance? Are you, she's like, yep, I just been waiting for you to just call my name. Please unmute yourself and welcome.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. I'll just get started. This poem is a new one. It's called Come Back for Me. I won't move another border. My tongue won't lick another language. I won't touch another life feeling around for you. My skin, I won't touch my skin. I'll turn off my skin. I'll stay as brown and miserable as I need to be. I'll stay as non-monolith in me as I'm made to be. I'll stay as quiet and raging as I was taught to be. I'll stay as wailing and crying as I demand to be. I'll stay as disciplined against this constant spray of mud and grit behind everyone else's tires as I'm expected to be. These cold nights on roadsides, I'll pack them tight in the spaces between my ribs. I'll make them a library of my sacrifices and tell you about each and every one of them when you ask me where I've been. I'll do whatever it is you want me to do. I'll suffer and say that my cheeks are blushed. They're not bruised, and I'll be still, and I'll be here, and I'll be patient, and I'll wait with time's ticking seconds, hand marching a conductor's pace down my back, making every day a little symphony of nothing as I eat every meal alone, and I won't eat. How's that? And I won't fuck anyone. I'll just sit close to the men I find handsome and stay fond of the scent of their colognes and their vices and try to remind myself one day I'll have one, maybe again, too. And I'll do whatever you say for me to do, whatever it is you're muttering at me in the middle of my dreams at night somewhere, in the trapdoors of my thoughts, in the tunnels of my arteries, in the matrices of my bones, in the rotting theaters of my ovaries, so that I know you still somehow talk to me. I'll take your mandates to the core of me. I'll take your orders to the root of me. That chakra so ruined, bashed in like a window. I'll pretend I'm intact. How's that? I'll do what the crystal wielders and the motivators and the shrinks prescribe for me. I'll do whatever it is that you want me to do. Just please come back for me. I hate this world. I hate this place. I hate this name. I'm tired of this face, this grimace that when calm is so pretty. I'm tired of tightrope hours. I'm tired of my seasons, all of my seasons getting pickpocketed by your absence. I hate that I have to sing these pains for applause when I'm not here dancing for awe. There were years hurled at my feet with the challenge of doing something wise with them, but they'll never slow down for me. You left me with a hobble. How can I run or fight for me any harder than I've been? Please come back for me. I want my family, my dogs, my home, my desk, my sea, my hammock. I want my soul for once to burn slow. a peaceful candle in the window, the kind written about by people who come from homes. I want my days to sway. Come back for me. I won't ask where you went or why you left me behind. I promise I will smile when I see you. I won't be angry. Come back for me. Thank you.
Woo-wee. Oh my goodness. Were you ready? Yeah. Come on, that was beautiful.
Thank you. I'll put my link tree in the chat because there's a bunch of stuff. But I teach writing as well, and I also work as a screenwriter and a voiceover. So there's a little I can do with and for everybody. So thank you for having me.
Oh, it was such a pleasure. Let me ask you, is this your first time here with us on
I
Thursday?
read at the New Yorican like years. It was maybe like 2019 was the last time I was there. I'm originally from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in the
Yeah,
house.
I've been away for a long time. But yeah, it's yeah, I've been doing spoken word for a long time. But yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. Well, we are glad to have
Thank
you
you.
return to it with us. And if this is your first time on the Thursday night, then there's a special way
Yeah.
we like to invite you in and let you know that, you have a space here. So we ask
Thank you.
everyone to unmute themselves and give you the love that they wish they got when it was their first time.
Yeah,
coming
glad
in.
you're part of our
One of
online.
us,
Thank you,
one
guys.
of
Oh,
us,
bravo.
one of
Come
us.
back.
Gratitude.
Thank you for
Celeste,
sharing with us.
it was
Beautiful words.
everything.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I appreciate the fact that you showed up as a plug. You said, "Oh, I can do something for you or with you. I can help you." Like that. That is a true plug. So thank you for that.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you. Thanks.
Absolutely. You are always welcome here. Every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We like to say, you done fucked up, Celeste. You done fucked up. Thursday's gonna come and we're gonna be like, where's Celeste? Because she said she was gonna come back. So if you ever need somewhere to be to share, just to share energy even, because not everybody in the room actually shares poetry. Some people just come for the vibes. And so we invite you to do the same. Thank you for sharing your gifts with us. We appreciate you. All right, y'all make sure y'all hit up that link tree, right? Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. That's how they say that, right? Okay. All right, our brother Tezza Zomok is back. All right, please. No, we never forgot you. We just figured, you said you're going to wait to the end of the hour. Otherwise, a pleasant gesture. All right, we'll get to you at the end of the hour. No problem. That's okay. I'd much rather we wait and get to you at the end than miss the opportunity to hear you. You just let me know when you're ready. You got it, okay? Next person up. Ooh, child. I am so excited to see how many folks are in the room with us, right? Some of which I haven't seen in quite some time. And so glad to see you. But we're going to get to some storytelling, some extraordinary storytelling at that. And only the way our brother Ike Waltz could do it. Ike, if you are ready, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself and give us your magic.
I wrote this piece in 1978, staying in a penthouse in Brussels, way up above the clouds. The piece is called The Perfect Yellow Pencil. One day, I will be a little American and live in a digital cloud to treasure an ice-cold glass of beer and tell the world that I love you. Don't ever leave me alone. Today, my pencil, always pregnant, has 6 yellow sides. On the top, a red eraser, a rubber in denial, providing cover for that menacing 8-feet H2 tip. I'll ask the tip to make his point on a white sheet of paper, but avoid to walk the distance of a line. Yes, a line ever so tricky, but a point will always share a sharper image. And you, my digital birds, be aware. Call me a heart, draw me a heart. But we are so far apart. The day we finally meet, you will have lost being hit, and I lost my heat. Too late for making love. Oh shit. Freedom is a pencil pointing east, west, north, and south, drawing ups and downs, left, right, and a circle around. My mind on a slippery slope, lines in a genealogical code. Stardust is my DNA, manipulated by the digital gods. The fifth dimension. There it is. Finally, you found my pounding heart. Stretched, soft, stretch hard. Replace, be smart. And the bottomless spirals into that ridiculous trance you can actually touch and even tango dance. That is opportunity now. My pencil has its own point of view. Looking over to the east, he draws a crowded station for a train to arrive. But where does a train eventually go? I will never know. Looking over to the west, he plays little children in a flurry. But what is the name of the game they play? I will never know. Looking up to the north, he walks the prison in a choreography, gang chained in a circular display. But what have we done wrong? I will never know. Looking down at the south, he finds old people on timeless benches, huddled to keep warm. They arrived in obscurity called silent calm. One day I will touch your lifeless skin with that heartwarming kiss of mine. I wished I could tell you the many things my pencil can draw. I wished you could tell me what is so much more, that there is hope for all things we should treasure. The wish list calls it destiny. Just believe in me. And from its mysterious graphite core, my pencil gives birth to stalking words I never felt before. And he knew and he drew imagination from the limitations of a dot to an actor's fiery line. Now that I forgot what I really meant to say, it's the rhythm of the dancing dot. Oh yes, I'll bend is the end of me. It is us. We are the perpetuum mobile. A lifeline with a happy beginning is a tearful end. We just can't break the dot, but you will find any God in the center of your yellow pen. That is what I so conveniently forgot. So be smart, start all over. Draw me a longing, throbbing heart. Don't chew at the end of the pen. Will never taste like the pretty girl. I so desperately wanted kiss. Thank you.
Man, Ike, you never disappoint to give us something that has so many layers to it. Like, I enjoy all the different ways that you look at something. I think Michael Sindler said it best in the chat: always an original angle to view issues and insights from. I mean, I couldn't say it better than myself. Please unmute yourselves and give Ike Walt some love for that gorgeous story.
Yep.
Woo! Yes. Wow.
Like a cubist sculpture or something.
Right? A whole Rubik's Cube in a poem. You know what I mean? Make sure you're paying attention. You're gonna miss it, okay? Next person up is my very own Peach, okay? I haven't seen Andy Burkhardt in a long time, and I'm always so excited to hear you share. Man, it's been a while. We come a long way from, those first suppers, right? But that's how it is, and I'm happy for all of you who get to meet each other in person. There's something so special about that, right? This community is already full of very special people, right? But there's nothing like a real warm embrace, right? Physically, it's nothing like it. And that guy gives a great hug. I'm just saying. And while we're waiting for him to get on, I just want to remind you there is space on the good luck round. So if there's anybody who's not on the guaranteed list, who came to share tonight and maybe a little nervous, but you do want to try, just send me a message, let me know, and we'll get you on, okay? But in the meantime, my peach, Andy Margaret, okay? Unmute yourself and welcome back, brother.
Hi. Oh, hello, my lovelies. Look at all these pretty faces. Hello, hello. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do some poetry. This is an old one, and it's a good one. It's called Cry Havoc at My Revival Tent, because none of us know what God looks like even when we do. After Buddy Wakefield. I'd tell you to give me a hallelujah if I knew what the word meant. And quite frankly, it's a meaningless mass of vowels anyway, because no one hollering knows what it means. Best leave it cold and broken in a song we all know the words to, but not the meaning. Finding God is already so hard. Don't waste it in catchphrases. Don't waste my witness with your preconceived perceptions. God is already sat next to you. You just can't see them. I learned my religious words at your hands. I learned to speak of God how you taught me, upside down, inside out, bleeding, rock hard and necessary, vulgar and immediate, breathing life into vows like, oh fuck, as long-held tears streaming down my face when I couldn't know why. The why isn't as important in the moment as the moment. Don't let it slip by. Get up to your elbows in the grease of it. Let it become your waking nightmare. Some nights my bed sheets were better than any Bible verse at unraveling mysteries. This pen fucks harder than my body does. And I got a lot of broken people on my resume and not nearly enough that I've made love to. Grace is making more love than wreckage. Forgive me. I'm new to this. I skipped a lot of dance classes where everyone else learned softness. My life, a revival preacher, snake oil salesman, beautiful terror, or catastrophic miracle, stepped into this, my revival tent, where I ask you, my loves, are we ready? Is the moment finally here, where we can put those knives down that we cut our most precious apart with, including ourselves, and finally start swinging with both arms? If we are going to make this life a battle, at least fuck me with both hands. If you're going to make tonight a battle, at least remember I didn't show up spoiling for a fight. Have mercy. I showed up in surrender, not submission. These legs learn to run by falling. Enjoy that it's you I stumble toward. If you're going to make me the monster, at least remember I like to be held. And if I'm the bad guy in this story, at least remember how much you love to say my name. And don't call the doctor just yet. We both know we aren't bloody enough for that. This close to enlightenment. I'm not reaching for a towel. This isn't a fucking bathroom or a linen closet. We both know I play best covered in mud anyway. But the only way I know God is this kind of love. And oh, baby, does it carry weight. And just this once, just this time, can you listen to the voice just this once that says enough, slow down. The sun is still going to come out tomorrow somewhere. I promise at the end of this rainbow is a lot less devastation and a whole lot more resurrection. And this kind of forgiveness doesn't have a 3-day waiting period. I tell you to give me an amen, but you don't think this prayer is done yet, do you? Thank you.
Y'all see why he's my peach? Do you see why he's, oh my gosh, let me just be quiet. Please unmute yourselves and give Andy some love. Are you kidding me?
Dang.
Welcome back, Andy.
Andy, is that out anywhere?
No, it's not out anywhere because I'm too scared that Buddy Wakefield will sue me for plagiarizing.
No, just change his
That's
name
not
or
it.
something and put that out.
Oh no, I love him. I'd have to change a lot more in this poem.
Okay. That was incredible. Thank you.
God damn it, Andy. Listen, man. Listen, man. I can't go forever without hearing your work, nor can I go forever without hearing the other part of who brought you. Listen, that dude is incredible. Make sure you follow Andy Marquardt. Listen. yo sweet Georgia peach ass, man. Really, you're incredible. I appreciate you, man. Really. Thank you. Thank you for coming to do what you do, man. You're incredible.
Thank you very much. I love you too.
Oh my goodness. Listen, Andy, stop torturing us and making us wait so long to hear that. Like, I mean, my gosh. Every time you come back, we're reminded of why we're so happy to have you here, right? Your talent is just boundless. And I feel blessed to know you. So thank you for being here and for choosing to share with us. As I always say, you didn't have to. Could have been anywhere else, and you still could be, right? So we appreciate you for choosing to share your time with us. All right? Whew. And like that, though, also, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're going to do it, do it. We appreciate you. Make sure you follow Andy and get you some more of that, because I promise you it don't stop there, okay? The next person that is going to flame up the mic for you is Gina Nepa. We haven't seen you in a while as well, but we're going to get to it. Yes, please unmute yourself and welcome back, my dear.
Hi, I'm so grateful to be here and to see everyone again. So thanks for letting me sneak on in. Also, of course, I have to follow Andy, which is just unbelievably intimidating. And this happens a lot. Going to put a content warning here for sexual violence. Okay. And I haven't gotten to read this yet anywhere. So I'm very excited that I get the space to do so. Okay. It is called When a Man You Love Hears a No as a Challenge and You Accept the Challenge of Loving Him Through It. Or when heterosexual dating tests your commitment to restorative justice. Or I promise he's different than the others. Or if I call this what it was, my self-respect would be threatened for not calling this. Or I know you are, but what am I? Or well, maybe you didn't call out loudly enough. Or if you wanted to call and response, you wouldn't be dating men anyway. Or but he told you that he heard you. Or but he told you that he heard you. Or well, he asked if the other ones knew it was wrong. Or just him, end quote. Or they didn't seem to hear you either. Or well, your voice must emit at a frequency that's inaudible to a high frequency of people. Or if he has an orgasm after, you won't feel as bad when you ask why your boundaries were the only base you didn't get to. Or he'll tell you he thought you weren't being serious. Or let's undermine the seriousness of a sexual violation so that I don't have to violate myself further by making sure you know you don't have to give up your progressive politics now. Or don't worry, you still get to be not all men. Or oh no, this poem's about the others. Or you seem to hear that loud and clear. Or when we do this tomorrow and it goes differently, can I say you've changed? Or will I just loosen my boundaries to automatically void any oversteps? Or if I avoid everyone who's covered their ears, I won't have anyone left to speak with. Or when no big deal becomes my mating call. Or when the call is coming from inside the house. Or just tell me that you love me back and we can forget this ever happened. Or but I guess you just did. Okay. Thank you.
Damn. And hell yeah, all at the same time, right? And you can say, okay, at the, like I got it all out. I feel better now. It's out of me. Thank you for that. Okay, please unmute yourselves and give Gina some love.
Woo!
Gino!
Yes, absolutely. Great to have you back. You are always just brilliant, just such a truth bomb, just awesome.
Listen, I've been around poetry for a little while. I don't know. I mean, I listen, the two of you together are an atomic bomb. That's all. That's all.
True. I mean, that's all you really need to say. This is just a fact, right? Because we still recovering. We was recovering from Andy, and then Gina came and hit us with the bazooka. You know what I mean? And then she's like, okay, you guys all right? Are you guys all right? No, we're not okay, Gina. We're not okay. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Definitely, okay? We want you to come back whenever you come back. We always say, we know life will take you from us from time to time, but we just want you to know you can always come back, right? You always have a place here, no matter how much time has passed. Okay? All right, we're going to get back into this list. You know, I seen Baba Ngoma and then I went to Gina. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess I wanted to just explode and then when y'all was still trying to recover, hit you again, because that's exactly what's about to happen, okay? Because Baba Ngoma is an OG in the community and he's been doing this for a long time and it shows. Please unmute yourself, my brother, and welcome back.
Mic check. Mic check. This is a test. This is a test. The state of disunion is homeless and has no address. Wrapped in a tattered, blood-splattered banner, Fat Sam sleeps on park benches, begs spare change from the Japanese embassy, payback for Hiroshima. The Wall Street yo-yo defies balance. Budget won't budge, eviction papers served. Angry landlords demand cash deposits before postponement, but no postponement of poverty is granted. Only in God we trust. Stamped on a gold bullion, or maybe a Krugerrand might do, but plastic melts down and jams up at ATM machines, and the action at the toll booth is only a token of the sickness. It's 12:46 a.m. and this poem interrupts the night, demanding to be written, because bosses like bowling balls throw strikes against unions, and 30 pieces of silver won't save your soul. Willie lynched us so bad that violence doesn't shock us anymore. Not even death lasts forever, as a daily diet is elusive to the many. All the factories are closed. Nothing's made here anymore. No one works. All the unions busted. Everyone's gone fishing. All the fish are dead. Even nuns have dildos, and confessional chambers are not safe for your young sons. The cross is a sword used by conquerors, stuck in the heart of the earth. The richest country in the world is bankrupt. Sounds like a joke. Sounds like an emergency to me. Some take it as a joke, a hoax to keep the peace at least, or at least to keep the peace. But I really need to know, are you listening? And can we all get to the same page in this book of life? Mic check, mic check. This is a test. This is a test. The state of disunion is homeless and has no address. Demockery. Teeter-totters on the edge of, sorry. That's okay. Yeah. Demockery teeter-totters on the precipice of our discontent, put through the microscope of integrity, coming up deficient of honesty, as the college elects to misrepresent those crying out for proof that the so-called Constitution is constitutional, not just archaic babble left over from centuries past, guarded by laughing gargoyles on the steps of justice. Apathy is the aching tooth of Dracula, fangs dripping Middle Eastern oil as Fat Sam needs a colonic. 500 years of lies backed up in his constitution. Constituents tired of being pregnant with hope seek out abortions, feeling voting has no purpose in this hypocrisy, where the two-headed coin has two bad sides, and any way it falls, oppression rules. Martial law hiding in the shadows, waiting for the eagle to fall. Conspiracy theories ignored, while those who disorder the new world wait for its deliverance to the gates of hell.
Woo-wee. It was too hot. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes be coming out so high, you be like, damn, I need a break. Hold on. Let me cool my mouth off real quick. It still was blazing as always. Please unmute yourself and give Baba Ngoma some love.
Oh, here's where you can get the book.
Oh, yeah. Let them know.
Yeah, you tell us, man, because that's the deal.
Look, man,
Even without that dramatic presentation.
You pull up a video camera, grab you a pen and paper. That cat doesn't do it for anything, right? Again, he didn't come here to tap dance. So make sure you're paying attention to what Baba is talking about. Appreciate you, Baba.
That's it. And we like to make it easy for you up in here. There goes the link, right? You could just click the button and get you a book, okay? And it's definitely worth it. Trust me, I got mine. Go on and get yours, okay? Because that's how we do it in here. If you're not supporting what you're doing, okay? It's a lot of artists in here. Some people don't even know they can write books yet. So we appreciate you when you let us know you have a book, because it also will show somebody else that it's possible. Give somebody else permission to push forward towards that goal that is now tangible because you made it tangible. You put it in their hands, right? So we encourage you to put yourself out there, because you don't know who you are freeing. right? You don't know. You don't know what kind of change you're breaking just by existing out loud somewhere, right? So we appreciate you. Peace, Finn. Have a wonderful show, right? Again, unselfish space, right? So we share, we got a lot of creatives in this space, a lot of people with a lot of different platforms. So we appreciate any little bit of time we get of what you have, all right? So we're gonna jump on to the next poet. Plenty of space on the good luck round. We got a lot of folks that are not here tonight, but that's okay, right? Because we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it pushing. We might get elemental on the mic. I might drop something later. Who knows? Who knows? Anything can happen, okay? Because we're gonna fill this time up, right? Because it's free and it's ours, right? Don't get it twisted. It's free and it's ours. This is Thursday night. I don't give what's going on outside. I don't give a damn what's going on. Up in here, it's a consistent message of love. And that's it, right? And take up your space, period. Okay? And speaking of love and taking up space, right? Nobody does it better, right? And nobody is more on point as far as the message is concerned than our brother Samuel Rain, also known as Complicated Passions. Please unmute yourself and do your thing.
Good evening. I was waiting for Gina to come in and do her thing, and I was going to be singing Najee, that song. I know everybody heard it. They know that song. Okay, so I'm going to get right into it. Thank you for having me. I'm going to take these less than 2 minutes and 40 seconds to love you with all of my senses. So I thought of you, so I wrote a poem. My mornings, your sunshine, whispers and now moments. Future intentions of, I want to know you. Secrets are private times, thoughts of insatiable, I'm missing you. Time between lines, ink like weapons longing to be held, I got you. Taken by submission, I gave inclinations of laying down my pen for this conversation, speaking you with intentions. Accept the mission, I do, never letting go because this pain is like pleasure. Think about it like the weather, my melanin be earth tones. When surrender takes me, be my danger. Hear your name in echoes that fill the room. You know I'm loving you more than the rain. When the storm comes inside of you, I'll be flowing through you like passion. You see, this pen is now a crime scene. It would be my confession to temptation, yours. I could never say no to love. Well, I would, seeing you, I never could. Had me picturing dreams having you, I knew I had to. Saying no was not an option. Would you, to complicated passions? Yes, judge me. Think about it. Thank you.
Told y'all. I told y'all. I tried to tell you. It was nice, wasn't it? I know. Please unmute yourselves and give Samuel Rain some love. Woo.
Dude does it. I keep telling y'all, cool as the other side of the pillar. That brother's bad. Appreciate you. Shout out to Graybeards.
Yeah, on tour, y'all. Maybe in the city near you. I know it's gonna be dope. And so I just booked New York for a 2-week stay. So I'm gonna be in New York for 2 weeks in November. Y'all ain't gonna get enough because I'm gonna try to come every day somewhere.
Good. You should.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Listen, we are hyped to hear that. We're glad to have you. And listen, if you need somewhere to be at, let us know. There's a lot of folks plugged in. Don't lock yourself in just to New York. If you in the New York Tri-City area, go out to Jersey.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, 2 weeks, I should be able to perform for at least, that's 14 days. 12 of them should be busy.
I know that's right. I know that.
Yeah. So I'm out to get it. You know, that's it.
It sounds like it's for the get got. That's what I heard.
Yeah. You know, and then if I like it a whole lot, I may never come back to Cali. Who knows?
Hey, look.
We'll see what happens.
All kinds.
But thank you for having me.
You are welcome. You are welcome. It's all possible, right? We are always glad to hear that you are traveling with your gifts, right? In hand and ready and willing and still, not shying away from new experiences and new places. That's how you grow. That's how you make connections. You never know why you somewhere. Sometimes you sent somewhere just to meet that one person, just to cross that one path, right? So if you stay inside, if you're afraid to, try new places out, you might be missing your connections, right? And that's all we hope to be in this place, is a place for you not to miss your connections, right? So we made it to the end of the list already, but we got people in the good luck round. I'm excited for those folks. So y'all stay tuned. And we also got some more announcements for y'all. So Ron is going to get on the mic and let us know what's up. If there's anybody who, feeling like, okay, I was just coming to see what y'all really about and feeling inspired, and maybe you want to share, just let me know. We got plenty of space for you as well. I might spill a little something too to keep y'all encouraged in the interim. But we gonna jump over to our brother Adam Granger. He's gonna give us a little bit of Guitar Thursdays for those folks who have yet to experience that, and he certainly does it in a big way with a big old red guitar at that. Okay, please unmute yourself, Adam, and welcome back.
All right, thank you for having me. It's been a while. I took a bit of a break, and here I am again. So I've got this cool shirt that I got at a concert a while back. It's got "Thank You, Scientist" on it. And it's got this kind of funny thing on it. It's like this weird castle with penguins on it. I don't know if you can see the penguins. Can you all see the penguins? Yeah. I'm gonna be doing a song by this group. This is a song from their very first album. This is sort of their breakout in sort of the prog rock sphere. The story of this album is that these guys, Thank You Scientist, were just kind of playing locally in Jersey. And then this guy from Coed and Cambria, Claudio Sanchez, was going to a bar where they were playing, and he noticed, just how fucking awesome they were, and he signed them onto his label, and that's how they became a name within the prog community. So here's, by Thank You Scientist, A Salesman's Guide to Non-Existence. Leave without a trace. Don't know when I'll be back again. Time to go. I'm not playing. Fiction is a love. It's built to outlast everything. Time to go. Whoa. No calling my name in your cherry tree. So on, get your good timing. Darling, I didn't come all this way just to sell you something. Nothing grows here in the cold. What you see is just a dream, and don't whatever you do to me, just hold on now. Whatever you do to me. Feel your heart turn to me. The fear of letting go again occupies the space. So tired of being alone. So tired of this place. No carving my name in your cherry tray. So much for your good timing, darling.
didn't come all this way just to tell you something. Nothing grows here in the cold. What you see is just a dream and don't whatever you do to me. Oh no, now bury you did to me. Only thing about your love that's wrong is timing. Everything about your love is wrong. Timing. Joke of the memory. Joke of the memory. Darling, I didn't come all this way just to give in. Nothing grows here in the cold. No, the sea is just a dream and don't whatever you do to me. Slow down now. Whatever you do to me.
Yes, listen, we needed some guitar Thursdays, Adam, and you certainly do not disappoint, my brother. Look, make sure you check out the chat. The folks were going nuts in there. Please unmute yourselves and give Adam some love for that. Rocking out. What? Come on.
That was fantastic.
Thanks.
Rocking all the way to out. Come on, man. And you happen to be nice with it. Appreciate that, man. Nice with it. For real. Yeah, man. Appreciate that. Make sure you keep coming back with that. For real.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Going to the Saturday open mic too in person. If anyone happens to be there, come say hi, I guess.
Definitely. Listen, that's a perfect segue. Adam, you working for the show now, brother? We gonna have to hire you, man. We gonna have to have you on retainer, okay? That's a perfect segue into Ryan. Mark Thompson is going to be not only just holding you down in the background here, but also keeping you in the know, okay? So we're gonna jump over to him so he can let you know what's happening in the bricks. All right. And for those folks who also have plans similar to Adam's where they can find themselves. Okay. Go ahead, Ron, do your thing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, what a great segue. Thank you, Adam. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday. I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but Adam actually came to one of the Wednesday slams. And there he performed a poem. And I'm like, it's been so long since I heard Adam reading a poem, because we're so used to his music, so, but we look forward to whatever you bring this Saturday, whether it's music, whether it's poetry, you're always welcome. So thank you so much, Adam. So yes, hi, my name is Ron Mark Thompson. I am the tech assistant here in the background for the online open mics. Thank you, Ray Chain, for keeping this a wonderful, continued, safe and loving space as we always have done. On Thursdays, we're going to hear from Elemental, our Monday night online open mic host, in a few minutes, so he can tell you about the upcoming Monday as well. It's been wonderful, to work with you guys. I also work at some events in the tech booth at the New York Poets Cafe on 3rd Street in Manhattan, and I also work in the program team. So Ray Jane did mention about the hybrid open mic, that Ray Jane and Elemental have decided, to step away from the event, and I of course respect the decision of my colleagues, both Ray Jane and Elemental, to step away. A reminder from the New York Poets Cafe that the hybrid is proprietary to the cafe. The community has asked for this open mic. Tickets already have been purchased. And so we made a promise to give a platform to our artists to align with our mission of the New York Poets Cafe, and that is a promise that I intend to keep. So we have made a decision that this Saturday's hybrid open mic will be co-hosted by Paul Concasso and myself. Paul, everyone probably knows from our Voices and Vibes shows. He will also still host the karaoke after party. So we're going to keep him busy that night, because after I am finished co-hosting with him the hybrid open mic, I'm going to disappear back into the tech booth and I'll let him host the karaoke, and of course we will have Maddie to help us out as both the hype engineer and the tech assistant. So thank you everyone who already had purchased tickets. We will see you. Thank you everyone who also purchased tickets online. We will also see you and hear you. Your spot has still been reserved. On that note, we did as promised this past Monday, we're going to open more online spots tonight. So if you cannot come to New York City and you would like to perform in the hybrid open mic on the online portion, just privately DM me here in Zoom and we will add you to the list. Just a reminder, for the Zoom ticket it is $5. For the in-person appearance it is $15. I'm gonna remind everyone about that just in a second, but first let me share our usual slides here. So if you want to stay up to date with all the different events and upcoming programs, continue to follow us. Our website is newregan.org. Our social media handles are displayed on the screen. You can get to our link tree, where you will also find that we are currently looking for a bartender and a maintenance tech. So we are filling those two positions. If you or somebody that may be interested in those jobs, go to our link tree and apply for those. You can also contribute, because as Ray Jane mentioned at the beginning, the online open mics on Mondays and Thursdays are free, but free doesn't mean it is free to run. Obviously we still need all the support on the tech, on the business side, so if you can donate, you're more than welcome to. If you can come to our in-person events, and buy a ticket, this is another way of contributing, which gives me a great segue to remind everyone of our weekly programs. We still are doing our Monday night on-site open mic at 8 p.m. Eastern Time in the cafe. That one is co-hosted by Felicia Kate and Saul Preem. This happens at the same time as the online Monday night online open mic. On Wednesdays, we are hosting the Wednesday night poetry slam at 8 p.m., which is alternately hosted by The Bee and J Rose. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, except on the first Wednesday of the month, which will be next week, August 2nd. As on every first Wednesday of the month, instead at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Beatniks Online will be curated and hosted by our executive director, La Brewer. Because it is hip hop's 50th anniversary this year, next week Beatnik will be a special hip hop edition with hip hop performers. So you can watch us in Zoom or on our social media streaming platforms, which I will put in the chat in a second. Friday night, Jive continues to host his Friday night poetry slam at 10 p.m. Eastern time in person in the cafe. And thereafter, when that ends, which is around 12:30 a.m., 1 a.m. on Saturday morning, Showway hosts the Twilight open mic, or also called the open room. If you're already in the cafe, after Jive's event, you can just stay there, sign up, and rock out in the open mic. So, as we have mentioned, hybrid open mic, we have promoted it for the past several weeks. It is happening this Saturday on the July 29th. It will be co-hosted by Paul Concasso and myself. We will open the cafe store and the Zoom doors at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and we will try our best to start a show at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And the reason for that is so that if we start on time, the karaoke after party will start on time as well, which will be between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. If you are in the cafe, $15 at the door or online in advance, you may purchase your tickets. You can scan the QR code. Once you get in the cafe after 7 p.m., you can sign up at the stage. There will be a sign-up sheet. If you are not in New York City and you decide to come to the online portion, I can take sign-ups now. I see a few people already privately message me, so I'll get back to everyone in a few minutes. And we will have a good party. We will have several performers on stage. Many of us are actually in New York City for the Poetry Festival. So if you have finished the first day at the Poetry Festival, which ends on Governor's Island in Manhattan at 6 p.m., come on, take the ferry back to Manhattan, take the bus or the train to New York Poets Cafe and rock with us. And stay for the karaoke after party. If you purchase your $15 at the door, the karaoke after party is included. You can stay and remain in the cafe. It's going to be 4 to 5 hours of lots of poetry, music, comedy, and whatever else we bring. So we look forward to seeing everyone there. Also, reminder: karaoke will not be hybrid. The tech overhead is too much. It's too complex. So karaoke will be in person only. All right. Also, I want to let everyone know of an upcoming event the following weekend, Saturday, August 5th, 9 p.m. Our Monday night on-site open mic co-host Saul Preem will be hosting a live showcase called New York's Next. You see some of the features here on the flyer, which includes singers. And in the middle, we have The Bee. The Bee is our Wednesday night Poetry Slam co-host. And for those of you who have seen The Bee and have them seen hosting or performing, you know how amazing The Bee is. If you haven't yet, we definitely recommend you go see The Bee, Big Sass, Life of Tom, Mo Dub, and we have some pop-up shops, as well there. So that one is also $15 at the door. That's an in-person event only, no Zoom for that. And also save the date, Saturday, August 26th, our next annual block party will be taking place in front of the New York Poets Cafe. Last but not least, for any of the events, the ones I promoted here, for ones I didn't have a chance to promote, all you have to do is go to newregan.org, click on full events calendar, choose the date and time, and get your tickets in advance, or just come to the door and pay it there. Obviously, that only works for the in-person events. For the online events, you do have to get your tickets online, just like you did, like many of you did for tonight. All right, so that's it. If anyone has any questions, about Saturday, about any other programs coming up, just direct them to me or direct them to management at the New York Poets Cafe. I'm going to ask Elemental to quickly tell everyone what's happening on Monday, because I know we have quite a few newcomers here today. So we do this online open mic twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays. Elemental happens to be hosting on Mondays. And Mondays is slightly different from Thursdays. And we've seen music and, poetry today. So Elemental, let everyone know, how do we do it on Mondays? And thank you, everyone, for your time.
Appreciate you, Ron. Shout out Ron Mark Thompson, aka RMT. You're not down with RMT by now, damn it. You should be. My name is Elemental. I am the host of the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by this legendary space. Of course, there is a theme every Monday. Make sure you are coming in and plugging in. This week, we are looking at fruits and vegetables, the color of health. Trust and believe. This is all came from, what is a fruit? What is a vegetable? Which one surprised you? Bring it. You have poetic license to do whatever. Looking forward to it. All right. Before I pass it back to the queen, make sure you plug in with Paul Conqueso. That dude's amazing. Shout out C4. Shout out the beat. Shout out Ron Mark Thompson. Listen, so much going on. Make sure y'all plug in. Shout out Jazz. Listen, you are rocking with the dopest hostess in the Zoomverse, the one and only Ray J. Come on, queen. Shout out C4. We bomb atomically. Take it away.
Tis true, tis true, tis true. Thank you, Elemental. And Ron, thank you for always being about the people. We appreciate you for being here and also holding down the space with us, making sure we're safe and that our Zoomverse is as productive as possible, because that's what we're here to do, is share and be productive with each other, right? I see some folks that joined us. If you would like to get on the good luck round, there's plenty of space. We might be out of here a little early today even, and y'all know how I feel about my bed, so I'm real excited, you know what I'm saying? It's been a while since we even got out of here on time, you know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you. I'm gonna drop in the chat the two folks we have on the good luck round. Myself and Elemental are throwing our hats in the ring as well. Ron, we invite you. Anybody who's already shared, if you want to share again, we can do that too. Just let me know how you feeling, okay? First up is Jasmine, who was going to share some. We haven't heard from Jasmine in a minute, so I'm really excited to hear what she's got to say. Please unmute yourself, Queen. Do your thing.
Hey, everybody. Glad to be back. Love y'all so much. Doing a love poem today. I don't do those ever in my life, but why not? Here we go. I love you. Words I've never heard him say. I trace down every feature of his face. He stares at me with his intense brown eyes, with his perfect oval shape. I'm entranced by the caramel color of his skin. I stare at his perfect pink lips that I might check every inch of my neck. The same lips which mouthed the words he always feared. The wall protecting the darkest parts of his soul have come crashing down, being the truth that lies in his heart. He turns his back to turn away from me. Don't, I scream, and he stops. I admire his broad shoulders and the arms that have become my home. I'm aching to help him with the baggage so he can unpack and bask in the warm light that is us. My heart takes the lead, reaching to pull him in. Wrap my arms around his torso, holding as tight as my strength allows. I stand there holding my world. His fierce hair no longer just his own. We find strength in one another. I hold him tighter and speak the words. I love you too. You're safe here. I got a feature coming in on August 12th off Broadway Triad Theater, up in the Bronx, New York. I'm excited about it. If you can't come, you're in NYC, please do. Follow my Instagram, JasmineG.NYC on Instagram. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Jasmine. Please make sure you put your information in the chat. I feel like you picking up some fans. Please unmute yourselves and give Jasmine some love.
Jasmine, that was beautiful. It's been so long since you came to us though. And I also want to give, because it's usually, we don't get to see all the other, wonderful team members at the New Rican Poets Cafe working on all the, programs. Jasmine is one of the many wonderful team members that we have in the program team at the New Rican Poets Cafe. She also has been doing some house management duties at some of the events. I know she's going to be working tomorrow at the Friday Night Slam. Jasmine, Claude, Claudia, Nicola Bua, thank you, Jasmine, for coming today. Please come more often because we want to hear your exciting, poetry. And go and see her on the Off-Broadway, right? It's called on August 12th, right? So thank you, Jasmine. You rock.
Yes, absolutely. Listen, we want you everywhere, right? Supporting each other because it's always beautiful to look out into the crowd and see somebody right? Especially when you're nervous, somebody to buoy you when you feel like you're drowning in your circumstance. So we absolutely encourage you all to connect with each other and to uplift one another. Because, if we're not doing that, what are we doing? Right? What's the point? What's the point? What's the point? All right. And speaking of staying connected, this next poet is hitting me up on Instagram. We're connected in other realms, and I'm just so happy that she's come back to us, that we get to hear a little bit of her poetry representing Jamaica. I'm always watching all your posts. Hungry. All right, Sis Jen. Okay. Please, Jennifer M. Garnett, please unmute yourself and welcome back, my dear.
Thank you very much, Regine. It's a pleasure for me to be here. I've been to New York before, but that was many, many years ago. I featured there 2001 and also took part in some open mics. I live in Germany, and so I have not been able to get back to you, but now that I'm in Jamaica, maybe I take a little flyover to New York. My first poem, or I'm only going to do one poem right now. It's a serious one, and it was inspired by a documentary I saw about a Black American woman. Her name, Kira Johnson, or Kira Johnson, however you pronounced it. She bled to death April 2016 due to negligence of hospital staff immediately after giving birth to her second son. Her husband founded 4Kira4Moms.com, and he fought for a bill to be passed in Congress to prevent material mortality. And I'm happy to say Congress approved of that bill. So just my thoughts of that day. Life for a life. Kira's little cord, baby boy, lying on mommy's breast, parents feeling ecstatic, totally happy, joyfully welcoming a new life into the family. Shock. Moments later, daddy sees blood flowing, calls for help immediately. Baby's mommy, his beloved, energetic, effervescent wife, bleeding. Blood, visible, all. Yet, active action replaced by nurses, disgusting, unbelievable procrastination. Mommy, like millions of mommies holding their newborn babies, crying, feeling time is running out before they really begin breastfeeding, experiencing baby growing. Daddy panicking, fearing, yet trying calmly to manage the surreal situation. Shockingly, still action. Witnessing hospital staff eat action. Mommy dies. Daddy cries. Baby dies. Life for a life. They were not caring about the young mother hemorrhaging. Always after giving birth, she dies, leaving behind a newborn baby boy to grow up without a mom through no fault of her own. A preventable death caused by hospital staffers' neglect. Life for a life. Baby born to live, mom gave birth, then dies. Material mortality on the rise. Numbers unknown to you and me. Mommy, sadly, now a statistic among the millions worldwide gone before her. Sadly, government bill or no bill, numbers will continue to rise. Hospital staffers ignore human lives. Moms will die, babies will survive without and love. Thank you.
Woo, Jennifer, that was so important. So important. Thank you for sharing that message and reminding us, right? There are so many more important things going on in this world. so many things to fight for, right? And you know, the Supreme Court gets a lot of things wrong, but I'm glad that in this case, you know, that the folks who had the opportunity to make a decision on behalf of other people made it with their conscience, right? Instead of whoever lobbied for them, right? So we appreciate you for bringing your poetry. We hope you take that quick flight up to see us when you get the time, okay? But in the meantime, keep posting about Jamaica. We stay hungry. I want to see the mangoes, lady. Please unmute yourselves and give Jennifer some love.
Thank you so much for sharing such a deep, deep earth poem, right? The earth you represent so beautifully. The Gaia spirit flows through you. Thank you for sharing that and reminding us how important it is. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, we go all over, right? We do it all. We talk about everything in here. That's a beautiful thing about the space, right? You know, you can come and share what is emotional for you. You can go into your intimate side, right? You can be into your politics and raise your voice for a cause that means something to you. And in a lot of ways, we are here teaching each other, right, with our messages, one way or the other. So we appreciate all of you who keep us on track with our activism, right? Because what is your poetry if it's not that sometimes, at least, right? So we appreciate you. And Jennifer, you know you are welcome here anytime, whether you on the guaranteed list or not. We're going to get you on because we got to get more of that, okay? That's a blessing. That's a blessing in word. We appreciate you. All right, we're going to move on to Aisha Simon, who is in the place with us, right? I'm so glad that you made it in. And as always, we got space for you, sis. Go ahead, unmute yourself, do your thing.
Hey, beautiful people. I'm so happy to be back. I missed you guys, but I'm grateful to always have a home here at the New Yorkers Poets Cafe. All right, so this piece I'm going to share is called Fall Away. Fall away. There's moments, times where everything in the world falls away. Everything seems right with the world. Time halts, breath baits, next waits, and life suspends. It's within these moments that all is forgotten. Strife, upset, melancholy, doubt. All is paused and neatly packaged away, all but you. There's a surrender that steps in and engulfs because all that can be meandered is you. I can't hear the blaring horns, the shouts, the hustle and bustle of the outside. Sight blurs and background filters out, and there you stand in focus, silhouetted by my own frame as I stand with you. Here, nothing takes precedence but us. Nothing matters, not work, nor demands, nor expectations. This is us. No longer does the past hold weight, burgeoning toward tomorrow no more. Mistakes are now lessons and reminders of whence we've come. No one can infiltrate us. You and I, shielded, Teflon tough against the world. Common goals defended, targeted. We fight for its attainment. We are aligned. The means to the end is with full intention because the end is our beginning. It's the reset. Hourglasses turned over. All that doesn't grow us stands to fall away. We've got too much to lose. The profit of our pursuit too much to give up. So instead, we let the forgivable fall away. We embrace the flaws. They feel small. They become bearable, so much so that they become the flickers that unite to form flames, adding and igniting light within us. They remind us that perfection doesn't exist, and hence unrealistic expectation falls away. Because sometimes the light helps us to see. It exposes, real remains imperfectly. Two figures, feet clawed to the ground, unmoved, unearthed by the elements. No rains, wind, storms can motivate us from our stance. We are stayed, right in position, fixated one to the other, chained together, strength bonded, where only the outside falls away.
Ooh, honey. Child, you start reading and I swear I see the honey just pouring down the walls. I'm like, oh my God. Is it really smooth like this? Please unmute yourselves and give Aisha some love, please. Woo.
Oh, come on. Like, come on. Really? Is this how you gonna do us this late at night, huh? Okay. Okay. That's what they say about sugar before sleep. Come on.
Okay.
So smooth.
We appreciate you for being here. Please make sure you put your information in the chat so the folks know where to find you. Trust me, that's just the tip of the iceberg as it pertains to Aisha Simon. Okay, we also got visual art. We love when she comes on because she often shares screen as well. So she's giving us, multiple sensations activating at once with her poetry. And we encourage you to continue to grow, Queen, continue to stretch, right? Remember what I said, you create for yourself, okay? Right? You create your own boundaries, you stretch out and let everybody else adjust, okay? All right. That's how we like it. Yup. Yup. Always got space on the good luck round for you. You already know what it is. Okay. Next person up, we are going to get to we jumping over to the host, the dopest host in the Zoom verse, the Monday night online open host, also known as a C4 member, all right, a storm god in his own right, okay, that's elemental with a 2, not a T, all right, this is how we just hype each other up, because that's, that's all love, it's all love. Go ahead, do your thing, man, we love to hear you spit, do it.
Man, it's all love for real. Shout out C4 in the building. We bomb atomically. Listen, to every poet who came before me and after, your energy is so powerful. I would not be here doing this if it weren't for you. You make this thing go. I am always happy to share the energy, to share mine, to share in yours. Been a while. But I'm going to share something with y'all. I'm working on committing it to my memory. So trigger warning for Sinatra and American violence. Bang, bang, they shot you down, bang, bang. That awful sound when gray matter mattered less than can of Crisco, cooking crooked schemes made dream makers infamous with a bullet plus a bullet spit from twisted tungsten tongue lashing leviathans with hell for brains serving sulfur stuffed shotgun serenades to silent sonic boom in lungs that coalesce the people into belligerents because they said there will be no Black Messiah. Bang, bang. Came cries from front row massacre of master minister, part mayhem, all messenger, magnet of millions, made moments monumental, making super soldiers of super fruit harvested from poplar trees, resting on restless spirits, relishing in raucous excuses to call devils, and devilish vernacular. Some call blasphemy, he called gospel according to Allah by way of Garvey. They called a little too rowdy. Bang, bang. Tying and lies, lying and lie that lie in straight lines behind mandated sanctions to placate philanthropists who used to play bang, bang, marksmen in stark sheets who creep under safety of same darkness they despise, bang, bang, flying at Oswald angles of magic sorcery, using timelines to tie binds into knots not meant for Black men, tangled in bloody spangled banner, waving glorious old glory and glorified gory stories of America cosmos watered, Cucamonga cracker killers. I mean, fugitive slave actors and scenes behind Mamiya-style dreams that maximum security, truth to conspiracy. Bang, bang, choo-choo train, chitty, chitty, bang, bang. Lorraine Motel and country music, country twang, white slang for where the darker half gets a day pass for trespassing on good Christian land with change in hand that counts like skin. I mean, black heathens, kin of operating just outside of right-wing hierarchy. Bang, bang. Navigating tragedies through Green Book lookouts for folks in Killer Clan country that Earl race sunrise into shots of good morning with a splash of gunpowder and cowardly casings of what they consider patriotism. Bang, bang. That awful sounds a lot like 21 gun salute ringing of new Jim Crow colorblind plantation christening. Bang, bang. Gang, gang, good fellas turn godfathers, greedy gullets of gangsters guaranteed gargantuan gambits of gentrification from greatest generation general or grand imperial drug dealer. Death dealer that starts negotiations with bang, bang. So Django, let that thing go. They wrangle Mossberg pump action Winchesters, make M16s out of revolvers. Smith and Wesson, that hollow point out riot starters that strike like desert eagles with savage arms. Bang, bang. Riflemen dance in dusty streets high as noon, snorting power from Remington barrels using firing pins to scribe their Beretta-based narrative. Bang, bang. They shot you down. Bang, bang. Gunsmoke that reeks of the American dream. Peace, y'all.
Oh, so you just go. Okay, woo! I don't know. I'm supposed to say something. How? You done shot me up with all them bang bangs. Please unmute yourselves and give Elemental. That was nuts, brother. Some love.
Smoke. Smoke this.
Yeah. That was hot.
Listen,
That was powerful.
Yes. Powerful piece. For those who missed, the Elemental visited New York City a few weeks ago, and we never get to hear him on Monday because he's busy hosting, but he went to the Langston Hughes House, we went to some other events, and it's so great to hear your poetry, I think, Ray Chain, you should secretly put him on the Good Luck Round every Thursday,
Y'all go. Those start notes won't be no... Appreciate y'all. Really, I truly love y'all. Really. Thank you. Appreciate you, Ray.
Okay. Listen, Ron, don't be telling all my good ideas. You know what I'm saying? How he gonna be surprised? You telling everybody. Listen, we appreciate you for always being here, Elemental. We got your own show on Monday night, and we know you doing your own thing, being creative and moving your own business. Make sure if y'all need any graphic designs, you get, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, don't treat you, don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Okay? But definitely appreciate you for being here and holding us down and being true to the heart of what this is about, okay, in this space. And also just being fire, you know what I'm saying? Being unafraid to go smoke the whole room out if you had to, okay? We appreciate you. We outside is the air quality crazy. In here, the air quality crazy. I'm just saying, we appreciate you for bringing your gifts and being unselfish with them, right? Because you could keep it to yourself, but you don't. Right? Jasmine says you a real one always. And that's a fact if ever I heard it. Okay? So we gonna throw it around here. We got some extra folks up on the list and we're so excited. Ron is even gonna share a poem with us tonight as well. Could you imagine how blessed we are? Ron, go ahead, unmute yourself and do your thing.
I guess I shouldn't have opened my mouth and put Elemental and tell him what your secrets though. Damn it. Okay. But no, thank you so much, Rachel. And thank you again for, continuing to host Thursdays, making this a safe space, Mondays. And thank you for everyone to continue to support us. If you can make it on Saturday, hybrid, either in person or online, Paul Concasso and I, we will do our best to co-host. And there will be more programs. Ray Chain mentioned that the New York Poets Cafe will close later in the year because the reason for that is because we need to do a reconstruction of the building. The building is old. It needs to be updated. We need to put an elevator in. We need to put workshop places in. But we're going to continue programs. We will give you an update later in the fall, what will happen, when the cafe is closed. So thank you, everyone. Continue to support us. We love you. So I think what I'm going to read is a poem that I wrote 2 years ago, and it kind of fits in this, even though Thursdays doesn't have a theme like Mondays has, but Ray Chain, the unofficial theme on Thursdays is spread love, uplift each other, whether it's, poetry, uplifting poetry, or whether it's, just airing out, anything that's happening in society, we just heard something from Elemental, America is not a perfect place, unfortunately. So I think it fits with kind of this unofficial theme. I call this, it's a short poem. I call it Shine On, and it's a reminder for writers like me and everyone else here. So here it is, my poem, Shine On. Shine on, writer. Have courage. Shine your light. Pull out your deepest thoughts and don't be afraid to write. Don't worry, pen down silly or happy or serious lines. Others may not understand, but at least you will be out of your own confines. Even if you don't see light in everything you do, keep writing. It will free you. It will make you, you. Spread your love, reveal your hurt, shine your cure as best as you can. Your fearlessness may be the medicine or remedy for another woman or man. Be confident, be smart, be resilient, and keep going. Never ever worry or think of stopping or slowing. Of course, take a rest when needed to recharge and refuel your light. In the meantime, bring out your inner beauty, keep writing, and keep shining bright. End of poem. Thank you, everyone.
Damn it.
Unmute yourself.
Damn it. You know what? People always talk about how much they miss my poetry, right? But who else wants to make our nights shiny and bright? That's only Ron Mark Thompson, y'all. I'm telling you, give it up for Ron. Oh, man.
Woo, yes.
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate it. Keep writing and keep reading, because, as many of us have said in the last 3 years, your poem, and I'm pointing to every one of you, may be the saving, source for someone else's, so
Facts.
keep writing.
Facts. Hear what Ron said. Trust your poem can save a life. Be fearless enough to share it. So.
That's right. That's right. Thank you. Thank you all for being fearless enough to share, right? Because, hosting is hard. It's not easy. You gotta, adjust with the time, you can't let too much dead air go by. People start looking at you cross-eyed, you know what I mean? Like, what's she really doing? Does she know she okay? She all right? Blink if you need help, girl. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. So we appreciate you, for stepping into what brought you here, right? Because we all started off, we all are still, thankfully, writers, right? So we want you to know there's no end to the creativity just because you get a platform for other people to share your space with. We want you to still be sharpening yourselves against each other, because that's why we're really here, right? To grow each other, right? And if we can't do that, then we're not doing it right. And there's always space for adjustment, but adjustment also requires humility. So we encourage that as well. All right, next person, we're gonna kick it back because I said it to y'all. I said, anybody else want to get back on? You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably thought I was kidding, but Ike Waltz didn't, and I'm down for another story. I don't know about y'all because the first one was so good. Please unmute yourself, Ike, and welcome back to the mic.
The Havan. Many Americans claim that they are descendants of European royalty. This means we all, at some point of our aristocratic genealogy, had to dance the pavan. Of course, we all remember the pavan was a majestic processional dance of the 16th and 17th centuries European aristocracy. The Pavan's basic movement consisted of a forward and a backward step. The dancers rose onto the balls of their feet and swayed from side to side. A column of couples circled the ballroom, and the dancers occasionally even sang. By about 1600, livelier steps like the lorette, a brief lift of each foot before a step, made the dance less pompous. The pavan was customarily followed by its after dance, the vigorous galiat. And now a pavan for bushy-tailed baboon. The bitter taste of dark chocolate, so pregnant in there. Inspired by the 19th century French composer Gabriel Fauré. Sometimes I want to talk like ancient music can. Sometimes I want to speak like a gilded coat of arms. Sometimes I want to know everything like only Aristotle could. Sometimes I want to rustle like the crown of a tree. Sometimes it is the wind that rattles my pagan mind. Sometimes it's the fire that burns in me. Sometimes it's the world homeless on the streets I see. Sometimes it's the factory's rhythmic heart that beats. Sometimes I walk and dance naked along the deserted beach where sand and water washes the fog into a mixture of nature's solid solitude. My eyes are closed, wishing all skin in. I wished I could sculpt you in erotic skin. I wished I could paint you with intimate poems. I wished I could sing and listen to my body and breath like a musical machine, and my voice would strike a chord with you. I wished my hands would steal a flower from the infinity of the abyss. Beauty I only could devour, but your lip would leave a fiery kiss. Let us not speak common words for the love we bear. Let the language be foreign. It is us we share. Exposed in sin, we see ourselves as one landscape and all within. I memorize my way to you. I lick and stray until my tongue, longing tongue, sings the song we sung. It's the pavan that excited the day, the eclipse to glory, and of that devoted kind, getting lost amongst the stars nobody else would ever find. Yet always we leave the world in a burst of light. And these ancient steps, these limited words shrouded in romanticism of that unexplained fun. Swashbucklers perish in heroic fight, but there is so much confusion. It's a bitter taste of dark chocolate. Royal children always leave behind. Thank you.
Woo, wee. Man, Ike, you know what? I didn't even know I needed 2 scoops of Ike tonight, but I'm so glad that we got it. Oh my gosh, gorgeous work as always. Please unmute yourselves and give Ike some love.
Woo!
Listen,
You should start a fairy tale channel or something on Spotify. It's very soothing.
you know, you coming both ways. You know, you like a turnpike Ike up in here, man. Like I'm gonna need you to keep coming through with all of that. Really, I keep telling you, man. Vincent Price of poetry, you're incredible. I always.
Okay. Incredible indeed. And listen, Celeste, I'm with you. Okay. I would listen to that. Okay. Nighttime meditation, poetry meditation. I feel like there's a niche there for you, Ike. I see a lot of people doing guided meditations. I don't know about a lot of guided poetry meditations. Now that would be something. I'm just saying, we just trying to increase your everything. You know what I'm saying? There's money flow. We don't know what the world's turning into. Okay? They revealing, they finally admitted to the aliens. You know what I'm saying? Some of us already knew that, right, Christy? We already knew. Okay? You know what I mean? Who knows what we're going to see? Who knows? Who knows? So, you know, keep your mind open. Keep your eyes open. All of them, not just the two here. Okay? Keep all your eyes open so you can be paying attention. I just want to say thank you to everybody who came out and stuck it out with us this evening. There's a lot going on out there, but we just want to remind you of our commitment, right? I'm here for you. That's all I've ever been, is here for you. Only thing in my hands and in my voice has ever been love and upliftment for you, encouragement for you, right? A safe space for you. Those of you who've been paying attention could not have seen anything else from me, because that's all I've ever been. That's all I ever will be, right? And if ever I don't live up to that, you let me know and I'll step aside, right? Because again, it's not about ego, because it's not about me. It's about you, right? And us as a collective. And we are grateful for you joining our collective for this evening, this Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right? We're here every Thursday night, making sure you have somewhere to go, making sure you have somewhere to go. There's got to be somewhere to go, right? It's not always a nice place to be. There's not always somebody inviting you in. Love is also often quite expensive out here, right? So I'm offering it to you for the free, and for real. So if you need a little bit, little scoop, little pinch, little Salt Bae, you know, to put back on somebody else, which is always the hope that you take to give, right? You're invited to do so, right? And I am the last person on the list. Shout out to all the artists who went before me, right? Sharing their work, inspiring you to do so, right? Putting themselves out on the line. It's not easy to get up here and do this, right? And let the whole world, and just in case y'all ain't know, the whole world is watching and listening, okay? Let the whole world hear your pieces. Let somebody record it, put it on YouTube, somebody can run it back and hear it again. Just in case you ain't like how it came out, it takes a lot of courage. So we thank you all for your courage today, and we inspire it every day in you. All right, I said enough. I'm gonna get into the poetry, right? I'm still growing as a person. I'm not perfect. I often say we just out here peopling, right? And I'm trying to do my best. This is called becoming. But in so doing, I also have to remember who I am. I am an alchemist, mixing most potent potions to intoxicate you. Donating dopeness disguised as dopamine. No need to be dominant when dispensing endless endowments of energy. I tried to love you past excuses, industrialize your inhibitions into intent, so hell-bent on it, I caught myself spoon-feeding serenades of serotonin, supposing songs of Cyrano could spur your strength, but I ended up spent. I even subsidized my light so you could see me. Appealing your awareness, I asked for advances of affection, attested affirmations, assertions, announcing that you could afford me. Alas, finding your funds deficient, I made a decision that I am minding my mind's business, making mistakes minimal, mincing memories, mechanics already molding masterfully. No longer a need to merge mediastinums with hearts not devoted to me, so I embrace me. No longer evading entreating episodes, inevitably arising while unearthing my triggers. I evolve into brave so I may keep my eyes wide while I gaze into my truth. I had to grow to appreciate the elegance of my roots. I had to pry Peacemaking from my hands just long enough to understand what took my right to rage. I had to take back its space, acknowledge I'm actually afraid, that I believed that if I revealed my anger, you'd also leave. I became a cauldron, whipping lessons, imitation, catastrophes, the wind, done with coddling, corrupted consciousness, adore, recollecting my capricious cares, cumbrance to consistency, love, connecting your circle, I am infinite. Thank you.
So hold on. So that Ray Jane doesn't get accused of asking for flowers for herself. I'm gonna ask everyone to unmute themselves and give flowers to Ray Jane, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you know how to do it. Yeah.
Great.
Oh my goodness. That's the squad. Storm God's in the building. Shout out C4. Listen, if you don't know the Queen Ray Jane, damn it, make sure you plug in.
That is the queen. That is the
Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I don't know how many different ways to tell you that I love you. I don't know how many different ways to show you. I just hope it comes across. I'm, like I said, just a person inviting you, right, to be human, right? To be human with me. That's all. Just be human with me. I give you whatever grace I have left. I'm exhausted most days. I won't compare what it means to be tired, because I see we all working and pushing and trying and stretching and hurting and feeling and loving and in pain and bleeding, all at the same time trying to put on a brave face for whatever the world is expecting of us. Just know that somebody sees you, right? So if you need somewhere to be human, to be imperfect, to be in process, please find yourself here with us every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can find me anywhere. It's Ray Jane. I like to keep it easy. ITSRAYJANE. You can put a .com behind that. You can put an @ in front of it, right? If you go on Facebook, put that in the search, it's still gonna be the same thing. Same me in all places, all right? So same way we come up in here is the same way we get out of here. And you know the devil is a liar, because we still made it to the end of the show, right? Not everybody could be here, and that's all right. We understand, we respect every space that you choose to take up is your own, right? But we gonna make it work, and we gonna fill this space with love until it's busting out the seams, right? Whether it's just me and Elemental and Ron here, or you know everybody else come on through and party with us too, you're more than welcome. But it's gonna always be the same up in here. Ain't nothing changed. And that's how we were raised, and we ain't forgot how we was raised, contrary to some people's beliefs. Okay, so since we coming in and we coming out with love, that means I'm going to ask you all to unmute yourselves, and we always invite you to throw something positive into the atmosphere. If you're not uplifting yourself, uplift somebody else. Say something encouraging, just in case somebody under the sound of your ears, right, under the sound of your voice needs to hear something, right? It don't got to be perfect. It ain't got to be poetic. It don't got to be more than a word. Maybe you just throwing out some good energy. Either way, we ask you to release it from yourself and be unselfish with it in this moment. All right, so we're going to ask you to unmute yourselves, and I'm going to count down from 10 with things that I want you to take with you for the rest of your week, and hope to see you back here next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Remember, sign up for Thursday. It's just like it is on Monday, 24 hours ahead of time. So between now and the next time, there's a Monday in there, right? So that means on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, you're going to sign up for Elemental Show, right? So that on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, you can spit, right? But this time to the theme, okay? And then when you done with that, and you're going to take a few days to recover, because they get a little wild in there, okay? And then on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, you're going to sign up for this show. And then on Thursday, you're gonna come back, right? And if you forget all that, you still gonna come, right? Because we had a whole hour of good luck round, y'all. I don't know. I was watching the time. Okay, so there's definitely space for you. Okay, so take it up. That's all we ask. All right, I said enough. Please unmute yourself and spread your love. 10.
Good night, poets.
We're about
Good night.
9.
Good night.
You are loved.
It was wonderful being here, and I definitely come back.
We are glad to have you.
Thank you, everybody. Sending you love and acceptance. Thank you, everyone.
Forget, you're just a person.
Poetry heals. Love you all.
Humanity is all that we could ever hope to be. It's just human. What does that mean to you? 5. We are expressing because we are made to express. 4.
Find us on the other side of Thursday night.
People that love you.
You've been rocking with the dopest hostess in the Zoomverse, the one and only Ray Jane, the one and only Thunder Lung. I'm telling you, this is all about love. This is all about community. You hear the queen counting down. We will be here. We will be here, y'all. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Be good to yourself.
Don't forget what you know. Peace.